Hi, today we are going to learn how to secure your site registration process and consider all methods by email and by domain using CM Email Registration Blacklist plugin. This plugin allows you to block users who try to register on your WordPress site using an email from a domain or email defined in your blacklists or online lists. It also allows you to approve only users from a whitelist. The plugin helps you to avoid spam with viruses, malwares, disposable emails, and unwanted users. To configure the plugin, navigate to Admin Dashboard, CM Email Registration Blacklist. In the first section, General Settings, you can select which lists will affect the plugin. You can enable or disable these options. Domain Whitelist protects emails from the whitelist from being blocked, and you can also accept domains only from whitelists. Domain Blacklist enable it to block emails from the blacklist. User Email Whitelist includes the emails from the plugin's whitelist, and User Email Blacklist includes the emails from the plugin's blacklist. You can also enable the option Accept emails only from whitelist. DNSBL Domain Check and Pre-Domain List are domain services with lists that contain domains with a bad reputation. If you enable DNSBL Domain Check and Free Domain List, keep in mind that some popular domains like gmail.com can be included in these lists. If you want these domains to be allowed to register, you need to disable these lists or add needed domains to domain whitelist. Next option, Enable for Edit Profile. This applies filters when the user updates the email from the Edit Profile section. This prevents users from updating their emails to blocked ones. Currently only works with default WordPress Profile Form Editor and CM Registration Pro Profile Form Editor. Remove HTML tags from error messages. It removes any tags such as links or formatting from error messages. Next option is Show Powered by CreativeMinds. It shows or hides Powered by CreativeMinds label in the registration screen. Google reCAPTCHA. It enables verification via reCAPTCHA. This is an additional protection for your site. To make it work, you need to enter API site key and API secret key. You can learn more about how to enable reCAPTCHA in another video. When configuring is done, don't forget to click the button Update to save the changes. Next tab is User Domain Blacklist. The blacklist contains a list of all of the domains that will be blocked from registering on your site. Anyone with an email address matching the domain you enter on the blacklist will be unable to register for your site. For example, let's add blackdomain.com and see the result. Next tab is User Domain Whitelist. Whitelisted domains are domains that have been flagged but are still allowed to register a domain on your site. For example, as we said before, the domain gmail.com is in the free domain list, so if we want the users with that domain to register, we need to add it to User Domain Whitelist. Let's see the result. Next tab is User Email Blacklist. The blacklist contains a list of all of the emails that will be blocked from registering on your site regardless of their domain status. Example: in the previous case we added gmail.com domain to the whitelist, but we don't want some definite email from that domain to be registered. Let's see the result. Have a note on Gmail domain. Google allows its users to modify the email address by including dots or plus inside the address. This applies to gmail.com and googlemail.com accounts. For example, the owner of johnsmith@gmail.com can use these variations among others. You can block all these variants by adding the clean version to the blacklist, without including any dot or plus signs. In the example above, that would be johnsmith@gmail.com. Let's see the result. Next tab is User Email Whitelist. Whitelisted emails are addresses that have been flagged but are still allowed to register an email on your site. It can also include emails from domains that have been blocked by any of the plugin tools. Example: in one of our previous cases, we added blockdomain.com to the domain Blacklist, but we want some definite email from that domain to be registered. Let's see the result. Next tab is free domains. Here you will find the list of free domains that have already been identified as spam by the website Spam Assassin and added to the blacklist. You have the option of updating the list by clicking the blue Update button. Updating the list will fetch the latest list and update the plugin information on your WordPress database. Example: let's choose any domain from the list and try to register it and see the result. Next tab is Labels. This tab controls the messages that will appear on the screen when a user tries to register a domain name and gets blocked. These messages will appear if the domain is blacklisted, listed on the free domain list, or not included in the whitelist. Change the text in each box to alter the message that appears when a user is unable to register a domain on your site. The same label will also show once you use the domain tester. Next tab is Registration Log. This box contains a list of failed registration attempts, including the date, time, email, reason for the failure, and the IP address used. You can clear the log by clicking on the Clear Log button. Once you clear, all log data will be erased from the database. Next tab is Domain and Email Tester. In the Domain and Email Tester box, type in a domain or email and click Check and see if the domain or email will be accepted or not. If the domain or email is blacklisted, the word invalid will appear and the search results will say that the domain or email is blacklisted. If the domain or email is whitelisted or not blacklisted, the word valid will appear. Using this simple instruction, you can avoid spam with viruses and malware, disposable emails, and unwanted users. Thanks for watching the video.